Hey, Anthony here from the Best in the West. Today's video is a patio that I demoed prior in the video you saw in Lakewood, California. Here I am with my pump. That's an Olin 545. I get so many calls all over the world, Midwest, East Coast, Canada, about this pump, and I don't think people understand it's a 3/8 pea gravel pump, a ball valve pump. And the mixes that they use in the freeze areas are 3/4 rock. It's a totally different pump. It's a rock valve or a swing tube, whatever you call it. If you want to check out a guy that uses and pumps that mix, I'd check out Muddy Feet. He's really good, and you could tell for a lot of reasons because those are trash mixes he's pumping. Those are boom pump mixes, not trailer pump mixes. And he's got the right pump too. That's a really good pump that he has. And the thing I liked was he doesn't change his demeanor when he plugs up. He's experienced. I would check him out. This is a P-Rock pump, ball valve, totally different. It's more temperamental. The only difference is, once you plug up and you unclamp it under pressure a few times, you kind of trip out. But once you get used to the pump and the rhythm of it, it's the way to go if you're pumping pea gravel. But I just want to be clear because so many people keep calling me about it and they're confused about what pumps what. That's my buddy Ryan from Rhino's Concrete. I've known him for about 20 years. He's got an operation like mine, but he's got like 4 pumps. He came out and swung by. He lives around the corner. And I use Kurt at LA. I'm in LA County. So we're going to prime this out a little stiff. This job's all locked in. There's no access. You got to get up on the wall. You've seen the routine before. And we're cutting bands and ribbons, and I'm going to sandblast the center. So this is on a Monday. I'm going to sandblast it Friday. So I'll do a whole video just on the sandblast for all the people that don't want to top cast and sugar wash and rug assault and all that. I'll show you the sandblast. Sean will be there. It'll be a really cool video. I got 3 guys on it. It's Pedro, Andreas, and the guy Pedro brought. I don't remember his name. But they smacked this out. It's all locked in. It's glad Ryan showed up. He helped me pull the hose and stuff. It's a 3,000 PSI microfiber, straight cement. And then we'll come back and, like I said, and sandblast the center. It'll look pretty cool the way we banded it. We banded it all the way around the perimeter. Couple stripes up the middle, parallel down the runway. And around the grass there, we took a couple planks off the fence, so we do have access coming that way to bull float and hit that. We added a step to the porch. You'll see it later. Just pulling the rebar as we go. If you put adobes and stuff and you step on it and bend it, I mean, I'm 200 pounds. I step on it on adobes and it just slams it back into the dirt. So we just pick it up as we go. Pedro's always on it. This guy's a great guy to have out with you. He's my main guy. He's the guy you'll see here for the duration of my videos. His son a lot too. This guy's a horse. So we're going to bull float it. We're going to stop pumping as we go while he has access to hit this. So I just literally stop pumping, drop the hose, wait till he bull floats it, and then I'll come the other way out the doorway there. He'll go around and bull float the section he didn't get from the other side. See, now I went to the end of the house, and I'll just come straight back out the entryway. The only way out of that place. It's an easy job. It's tight. It's not accessible, so it makes it tough no matter what you do. We added a few gallons, LA County, the mud out there is just, it's totally different than Orange County. Than what I'm used to using. It's gritty. The sand is terrible. I swear this stuff was hot when it got there. The traffic, the whole deal, it's totally different ballgame. LA County to Orange County where I live. I'm pumping like butter. And I could tell when I'm pumping this, the sand was gritty. I can hear it in the line. So we got to bull float this as we go, just like the other side, and keep stopping. Otherwise, there's no way to throw a bull float on it. And we drilled holes, weep holes with a 1-inch bit into the wall to get the water out because there's no. If you look at the elevation of the garage, the house, the backyard, the driveway, the street, it's so there's no way to get the water out that doorway. The entrance where I'm coming out, you'll see when I come out here. So we just drilled holes into the wall with a 1-inch bit, like 5 of them. It'll just run right out the holes. So I'm going to finish pumping this up. Just lifting that rebar as we go. You don't want it too high. You pull it up too high or in areas that's too high up, it'll rust through or it'll definitely crack. So I like lifting about an inch off the ground, inch and a half maybe. As long as it's somewhere underneath, the only job it does is it holds it all as one piece. It doesn't help with cracking. It doesn't help with any of that. It just keeps it from shifting and heaving and lifting. They'd have to lift the whole piece. So I'm going to wash my pump out. That's a ball valve. There's no reverse on it. It pumps pea gravel. It's not a 3/4 pump, but it'll pump any PSI 5,000, whatever you want. It's a beast. So I'm going to hook this out. This is a luxury we have, is just being able to hook up. It's growling. I'm starting. We got it all laid down, 8.5 yards. We're going to put bands, ribbons. It's going to be sandblasted. It's going to be pretty nice. I'm going to do a separate video. I'm going to do a separate video on the sandblasting because so many people keep calling because they don't want to use Topcast. So I'm going to do a whole different video of just the sandblasting. So you guys can check it out. I'll talk to Sean what you need and how to do it.
Perfect. It's getting heavier?
I think it's getting heavier. Dude, what's going on? Best in the West can't get old.
At least the weather's nice. The truck came late today, about an hour late.
It's a nightmare. And it counted down to 7.5 yards. I ordered 8. This morning I had a bad feeling. I ordered 8.5 and there's a 1/4 yard left. I would have came up short for the first time.
That would have sucked.
That's what makes you the best in the West.
Yeah.
Moves like that. Pedro told me 5 times, it's 8 yards. We'll make it. No, it won't. Guess what? It didn't. It wouldn't.
So it makes you the best in the West. You have to have a 6th sense.
The best in the West got a golden horseshoe up his ass. That's the problem. I'm a little slow. I was up till 3 in the morning making love. So I'm not moving too good.
Now you get the sun shining on your back.
Get these stupid boots off. Hang on, let me take them over here. I got the Hugh Hefner slippers. All right, let's put this on. I need something to eat, man.
Peanut butter and jelly it is.
Yes. Look at that.
Clean water.
Going, man. Easy money, easy victory.
Dude, I got a shit and this guy won't let us use his restroom.
So I'm going to be putting all my system away here, my reducer, clamps, hose, everything, and I'm done. We'll just be hanging out filming until we're done. It went off, took about 3 hours since we laid it down. I couldn't get a first rounder, report a second rounder. No access. You got to get up on the wall, snap the lines. You won't see anyone doing this. I'm the only guy around capable of doing this. We're snapping them, ribbing it. If you had access to it, it's much easier if you can use a walk behind and get up on it. But you got to get up on the wall. You got to cut them across. You got to cut the ones down the middle with no access with this pretty chunky mud. You can really tell when you start troweling it if it creams up or what kind of sand they got. And that's basically, I use sifted sand in all my mixes. And this was thicker in some spots. I thought I graded it tight, but it was 8 1/4. Got my boy Pedro here jointing this up. And I'll be sandblasting this Friday. Today's Wednesday, so I'll do a whole video on the sandblast. I'll zoom up. You'll see the whole, what it looks like, everything, the ribbons. I'll zoom up on them. We smooth trowel them. You can broom them. And here's Lester and his wife and their baby Benjamin. This will be a good memory for them. They put his footprints in there. It was really cute. We're just waiting. Pedro's getting it troweled out for him right there so he can get his imprinted feet in there. It looked like the Hang 10 on the shirt. And there's the porch right in front of Lester, the homeowner, the guy in the porch. We put another step on it so you can come off it either way. Because he says some elderly people come over and they only have that one way. And that riser was like 8 inches on that side. But this house was probably made in built in the 50s, I would assume. I'm not positive. So they're going to try and, we almost waited too long to get his little feet in there. And they got it. There they are. That'd be a good memory for them. So they're on this, skating this out. We're going to be drilling it out. All they got to do is hard trowel it and kill it in the sandblast. The beauty about the sandblast, any imperfection or trowel marks or little ridges or anything, you can take it all out. You can take any imperfections out with it. Topcast for me is a thing of the past. I've washed so much concrete, I'm done with it. Thank you very much for watching The Best in the West.